Hi guys, this is Matt with It's Just a Fish Thing. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about water movement and water flow and why it is so important for your aquarium. So water movement, surface movement of your aquarium creates something called diffusion, where the CO2 comes out of your tank into the air and the oxygen from the air comes out of the tank back into your aquarium. That is very important because you don't want to literally be choking your fish from low oxygen levels and they can't breathe. A good way to tell that your fish have not enough oxygen in the tank is they'll either be gasping for air or they'll all be hovering up at the surface. At the surface of your aquarium is where most of your oxygen is. That's because that's where the exchange occurs. The lower in your aquarium you get, the less oxygen there is. There's a few different ways that you can oxygenate your aquarium. The first one's an air stone, which a lot of people get confused because they think the bubbles are actually what puts the oxygen in the water, and that's really not the case. What actually puts the oxygen in the water is the lift of the water up to the surface, which creates that surface agitation, those ripples in the water. And that's how that diffusion occurs and that gas exchange occurs. And that's going to look like this. And that's a surface agitation of an air stone. It's kind of gentle, you know, for your fish at like a softer flow, not as much of a current in the water and all that. The second type is a power head, which sucks water and moves it away and creates a flow in your tank. The third way is a wave maker. And a wave maker suction cups to the side of your aquarium and it pushes water horizontally across. And depending on what size wave maker you get will depend on the actual flow it creates, the current. Some fish like a high current, some fish like low current. You need to, be aware of that when you're choosing how to create your surface agitation for your oxygen exchange. And a wave maker looks like this. Now you notice that the wave maker has a lot more surface agitation than the air stone does. And that's because it's vertical agitation. It's pushing water from one side of the tank to the other, having it loop back down and repeating the process. As for an air stone, just lifts water up and creates it from the sides. Another thing I guess I could say about gas exchange is the higher the temperature in your water, the lower the oxygen will be, and the more important it is for you to make sure there's some sort of gas exchange going on so your fish can breathe. Last little helpful hint / tip I guess I can give for you is fish that can take the flow or a lot of flow and you put it in that tank, it may be able to lower the aggression levels down a little bit, say of like your Ambunasilkins and stuff, because they're going to be fighting that flow instead of each other. But remember, you got to do your own research, your own everything. Don't take my word for it just because I'm on YouTube here and everything, but do your own research, because at the end of the day, if something happens to your fish, that's on you, But remember, it's just a fish thing.